I want to talk about how I got my very first copywriting client. I'm going to explain the story as well as the lessons I've learned along the way to help you get your first client, so you know exactly what to experience and what to expect. So for me, copywriting wasn't something that I was actively searching for when I first started. I kind of stumbled into it. I used to be a personal trainer, coaching clients one-to-one in a gym, and really love fitness. I really like fitness. And I used to struggle quite a lot with getting clients into my business. I didn't really understand marketing or business back then. I just kind of did what all the other personal trainers in the gyms were doing, trying to invite people in, asking for referrals, just speaking to friends and family. Didn't really understand marketing and advertising. So then after a while, I stumbled across a Facebook mastermind group called Lift the Bar. And this was a group that had loads of training inside for personal trainers, fitness, business owners, and it had trainings on everything to help you grow your business. Not just like as a personal trainer. It was like a business growth marketing mastermind thing. And inside there was training on everything from fitness stuff to also the marketing side of like how to grow your fitness business. And there was a training in there that I watched about copywriting. And at this point, I had no idea what copywriting was. That was the first time I'd ever heard of what copywriting was. And I watched this video about a guy who was telling me, the guy was called Dan Meredith, and he was a very good copywriter, probably still is a very good copywriter. And he was talking about how he used copywriting to build a business, how he used to be a copywriter, and how much money he was making from copywriting, the lifestyle he was living. And from that point forward, I was absolutely hooked on copywriting. And if you don't know what copywriting is, it's basically where you're using words to persuade people to do something or take an action. It's using words in a way to persuade people to buy products, buy services, take an action, take a step towards building trust, building relationships with people, essentially doing business with people, right? And copywriting is the art of communication and human psychology at its deepest level. And I was absolutely hooked. And Dan Meredith had used copywriting to grow his fitness business and get clients into his business. So I applied what I learned in this training and applied it to my fitness business to get more clients, more personal training clients into my business. And I devoured everything there was to do about copywriting. Watched all the videos that he put out, all the videos on YouTube, bought every single book I could find on copywriting, invested in courses, online products, everything to try and hone my skills as a copywriter. I became completely obsessed with this idea of writing words and getting paid to write words. Well, at this stage, I was actually writing words for getting clients into my personal training business. And then I fell out of love completely with personal training, hated working one-to-one with people, so actually decided I wanted to go down the route of copywriting. And through life and the people we meet, the journey we go on, I met tons of people in like Facebook groups, masterminds, communities, both paid and free communities actually. And you know, just through life, you do all this networking, you meet people, and one thing led to the next. And I found myself chatting in all these different groups and became friends with someone who owned a coaching business that taught people how to start and grow a business on Amazon. And at this stage, I had no idea what Amazon FBA was, like selling physical products on Amazon. Had no idea what it was all about. Wasn't really interested in it. But this guy gave me a shot at writing emails for him, or to be, bringing me on board as a copywriter. And I was really honest with him and was like, look, I have no experience with this, but I could really do with the money. And he gave me a shot. He paid me up front, which was really nice of him. And we did like a month trial. In that month trial, I was writing emails for him, and he was giving me feedback on my emails. And he was a very good copywriter himself, actually. Very good at communication, very good at writing. He knew his audience very well, which is a key skill that I want to jump into in this video in copywriting, is that you need to understand your audience and who you're writing to, because that makes your message so much more powerful, because words can be written in different ways and it can be perceived in different contexts. Some people will resonate with it, some people won't. So you need to understand your audience to make sure your message is hitting the mark every time. And he was very good at this. So he taught me the skill of writing in a way, in his voice. I used to do something called ghostwriting. So I used to pretend or like write on his behalf, essentially, because he hasn't got time to write all these emails. So I would write them for him in his voice, and we would send them out to non-customers and customers, and we would get them to buy more products, invest in more services we had, and everything in between. Just letting them know we had videos available, everything like that. And because I was kind of new to this whole world of Amazon and just kind of like finding my feet and, building the plane as you jump off the building kind of idea, building the plane as you're flying down or free falling, I thought it'd be a really good idea to actually start my own Amazon business by following their training, because then I would know my customers who I was writing to way better. And then I could craft my messages in a way that I actually understood the challenges they may be going through or experiencing, and it would just make our copywriting for the business way, way better. And it did. Generated tons of sales, and we made loads of money doing it. I feel I helped this business make a ton more money, which is great. And from there, my journey in copywriting kind of expanded. You just meet different people, you get new clients. And with this client, I want to talk a little bit about offers and how to create an irresistible offer. If you're just starting out as a copywriter, you might be looking for your first client and you don't actually know what to offer them. And most copywriters new to this game will just be like, well, I'm offering copywriting. But that's kind of like what most people do. They think they are offering copywriting, which they are, but what you're trying to sell the customer on is the outcome that copywriting will give them. So in our case, it was more customers, more money, more sales, more time for the person I was working for, so he could give more time back to the person who was working for, so he could focus on other higher level tasks to grow the business. So when you are starting out, you need to craft an irresistible offer. An irresistible offer is basically an offer that you put together, a package that people literally will feel like they are stupid for saying no to it, basically. So instead of just saying to somebody, I will take care of your email marketing for you, which is not very powerful at all, there may be a handful of people that are like, yeah, sure, I'll take you up on that. But if you can put yourself in a position as a copywriter to be like, look, I will write 3 emails a week for you. We will increase your revenue by this much every single month, or increase your engagement or sales by this much. That isn't a kind of an irresistible offer. And you can make it even more of a no-brainer offer by giving a guarantee or a risk reversal. So you could say something along the lines of, look, this is our goal. This is what we're going to aim for. But if we don't reach that for whatever reason, then I will continue working on this for nothing until we reach that goal. Or there could also be a financial guarantee. So, the client doesn't risk anything financially, which is also something to think about. Basically, they would get their money back if you didn't achieve X, Y, and Z. Or you continue working with them until they do get there. So either way, you can guarantee a specific outcome. And that's what it needs to be as well. It needs to be specific, not just some really, really half-assed offer that doesn't really mean anything, which again is what most copywriters will do. So you want to set yourself apart by having a no-brainer irresistible offer. I talk about this in my copywriting club, which you can join in the link in the description below. It's completely free at the minute, so go check that out. And what happened after this, obviously my working with clients, different clients expanded. One thing you want to note when you're starting out as a copywriter, you need to focus on getting client testimonials or client case studies or words from people you've done copywriting for and produce results for. Because most people buy based on results, right? When you're first starting out as a copywriter, it's like a chicken and egg situation. Like, you want clients, but clients won't give you the work because you don't have a proven track record or any experience. So how can they trust you? So this is where we have the de-risking of the offer, the guarantee to make it a no risk for them or as low risk as possible. But once you start getting case studies and success stories, you want to use them as marketing material to get new clients. So you want to feed it into this flywheel and let those case studies use them as proof to get new clients. That should do the selling for you, because then you're essentially showing them, look, I've got this unique mechanism that I use in copywriting to get these results. And to prove I can get these results with my method, I have all these case studies that show, look, I've done it for this person, this person, this person, this person, and I can do it for you too. And that's essentially how powerful a case study is. And the more and more you have, the easier and easier it is to sell your irresistible offer as a copywriter, and the more you can charge for your services. So that means maybe even less clients, more money in the bank, or you could bring on more copywriters, scale your business, and grow it even further. There's many different ways you can do it. So that's kind of been my copywriting journey in a nutshell. There's so many different ways you can go with it. And what I like about copywriting is it can either replace your full-time income pretty quickly, or you can actually grow copywriting, your freelance copywriting business, on the side of your current job. So if you're currently working a 9-to-5 job that you're looking to move away from, but you don't want to just cut an income source by, leaving that job and not having that source of income, which is a bad idea altogether, I think, because when you don't have money coming in, or you have to make decisions that when you are financially stressed, you make stupid decisions. So just having that peace of mind, that safety net of a 9-to-5 job, I would 100% recommend keeping that. And build your copywriting business on the side. You only need 30 minutes to an hour a day to work on this, to grow this into a really good freelance business. And this is starting from no experience as a completely beginner. Like I would say within 90 days from starting today, if you focus on learning the art of copywriting, how to write good copy or good email copywriting, you could replace your full 9-to-5 income within 3 to 4 months. I would put a fairly hefty guarantee on that. If you knew exactly what steps to follow in what order, and you consistently worked harder, you could replace your full-time income, not a problem. And it would even be a shorter period of time if you simply just wanted another source of income on the side of the job you already have. There's many different ways you can go with it, but I think if you're looking for a higher quality life, you want more freedom and flexibility in your life, you want to work from a laptop and just open up your computer wherever you want and do a little bit of work and earn some money, copywriting is one of the easiest, low barrier to entry things you can start, versus like Amazon FBA, drop shipping, all these other things you could start, which actually require quite a bit of upfront capital, which you may not have access to. And you're just looking for a no-risk, lucrative way of making money online in this new digital era we're in right now. So yeah, if that's interesting to you, I hope my story has resonated with you somewhat, or if it has, make sure you go and check out the link in the description to join my copy club. And if you've got any questions or comments on getting started with copywriting, please also comment below. I try and respond to all my messages, and I'll either respond to you or I will make a video answering your question.